स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्तः कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मन्नाथो श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरुः श्रीजगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Let us sit quiet, straight and stiff and comfortable, mentally and physically. Slow down your breathing process. Consciously inhale and exhale every second. Keep your concentration only on the breathing. How much you are able to inhale, how much you are able to exhale. Keep track. Be aware of your simple pranayama. As you inhale and exhale, think of positive vibrations, pure vibrations, peaceful vibrations, strong vibrations, healthy vibrations entering into your body and mind. They will destroy all the restlessness, weaknesses, negativity, impurities and diseases from the mind and the body. Breathe out positive, peaceful, pure, strong and healthy vibrations. Try to keep your mind like a lamp in a windless place. Turn your attention, concentration to the heart center. The heart center in the center of your chest is the place of the Atman. Think deeply that you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the Pancha Pranas, you are the Atman. Teach yourself, teach everyone real nature. The real nature is that you are the Atman. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavaha Chidananda Rupaha Niranjanaha. Mentally offer your salutations to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, to Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi, and Swami Vivekananda, and to Adi Shankaracharya, and to all great teachers, all great saints, whose teachings we all have inherited. May they inspire us with love for the truth. Let us pray for the well-being of all people. You see yourself in everybody, everywhere. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. May all be happy, may all be peaceful, may all be free from difficulties, may all see what is good, know what is good, do what is good. May none be subject to misery. May all people be healthy, happy, peaceful everywhere. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Mrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् हरिः ओम्. First shloka, please. तपोभिक्षीणपापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्षोऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते. तपोभिक्षीणपापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्षोऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते. Meaning, Shankara says, I am composing the Atma Bodha or self-knowledge to serve the needs of those who have been purified. It's a very important term. Who have been purified through the practice of austerities, tapas, who are peaceful in heart, shantanam, free from cravings, vitaraginam, and who are seeking liberation, desirous of liberation, mumukshu, moksham, ichcha. For such people, to make their path easy, I am composing this beautiful text called Atma Bodha. With this, we are entering into an important area of self-knowledge after 3 Sundays. So all of you who have been coming or who have just come, last class was only on 1st of December. Today is 29th December. In between 21 days or 28 days have gone by for various functions. So, a little revision, and with that let us go forward. Okay. Why we are studying Atma Bodha? Mumukshuna. Whoever it is having born as human being, Sri Ramakrishna says, goal is to realize God. The wave comes out of the ocean, stays for a few minutes, few seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, and again merges back in the ocean. All of us are in that condition. In between we become egoistic. We forget our real nature. We forget the purpose, get attracted or tempted or chained by the world as a lion caught up in a cage. A free lion which is in the forests is suddenly put into a cage. How suffocating it will be. That is not its nature. That is not its area. It should be wandering freely. So man is caught up in this prison of world, Jagat Jala. So Swamiji gives a very powerful, Swamiji means Vivekananda gives a very powerful statement. Just like a lion which is caught in a cage is not happy, is not comfortable, and it makes all the attempts to break the cage. Similarly, O man, this Jagat is throwing Jala. What is Jala? Net. Net of temptations, net of desires, net of all these relationships, samsaras, and how can you be comfortable? Nirgachanti Jagat Jala. Pinjaradiva Kesari, he says. Nirgachanti, get out of it. Cut the chains, cut the bondages. Azad, azad, azad. I am free, I am free, I am free. That's why he says, Mumukshunam apekshoyam. His target audience are very clear. Mumukshu. It's not just, oh, Atma Bodha, very nice to hear. Coming and going is no. That is not the purpose here. Purpose is to get out of this cage. Pinjara. Pinjara of Panchamahabhutas. Agnitattvam, Jalatattvam, Vayutattvam, Akashatattvam, Bhutattvam. And the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, playing havoc morning till night. And the Panchapranas, and the Manas. Oh, so many things are there in this net. Some of you may be knowing the parable which Sri Ramakrishna says about a fisherman's net. The fisherman go and put that net in the river. They are very clever fish, very alert fish. They know the season, they know the timings, they are always watching. And just when the fisherman comes, they escape. They go away to some other place, far away from the net. They are the Jivan Mukta. They are the Ishvara Kotis, never caught. To that category, he says, Shukha Maharshi. Shukha Maharshi was never caught by Maya. Nagamashe was never caught. Vivekananda was never caught. These are the Ishvara Kotis. That is highest category. Parataraf Paraha. Then there is second category, fish. They are caught. They struggle, mumukshu. They fight, they beat, come here, there. Try to get out of that net. And suddenly they find a gap. Maybe 5, 6, lup, lup, lup. They jump out into the river. They are mumukshus. They have become free. Jivan Muktas. The word used is Jivan Muktas. And the third category, Samanyaha. They are also caught. They also struggle. But after 10 minutes, exhausted. No energy. A limited struggle. They go into somebody's stomach. And the fourth category is there. Sri Ramakrishna says, as soon as the net falls into the river, these fish will go and catch the net. And they think they are very safe. Net is there, so why worry? They don't know. One pull of the fisherman along with the net, they will also go into the market. Jivan Mukta, Ishvara Kotis, Jivan Muktas, Mumukshus and Baddhas. Baddha means bound. They don't feel anything. Thick-skinned. For them, Atma Bodha is not good. We have to give them Laddu Prasadam and send them home. This is human nature. So Shankara is giving us that strong injection of Neti Neti. Because Shankara is following the entire Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the source. Then in different formats, different ways, he has put that old wine in new bottle. The source is the Upanishads. These are the Prakarana Granthas, Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha, Panchadashi, and other texts. So he says here, by negating the gross body, in the previous shloka he says, negating the gross body. No, I am not the body. I am using the body. I am not the mind. I am using the mind. So everything is being used, that's all. Then you are a spiritual sadhaka. You are being used. You are the most materialistic fellow in this universe. Swami Vivekananda gives the definition between materialism and spirituality. Materialistic fellow, worldly fellow, uses God for his desires. The spiritual sadhaka uses the world and jumps out of it to go towards God. That is spirituality. So he says negation, negation. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. From darkness, let us go towards light. Suppose suddenly there is a load shedding here, lights are off for a minute. How difficult we feel. Light lede. Suddenly you will take your mobile and put flashlight. You don't want to be without light. That is our nature. We want light. So similarly, in life itself, why don't you have that light? Swayam Prakasha Atma. Why don't you think of it? Vyasa Maharshi is crying. Vedavyasa, the great Adigavi, Adiguru, with upheld hands, he says, oh, why people are not following dharma? See, that is his Vedavyasa time itself. He is saying, why people are not following dharma? So much they can get by practicing dharma, but they are neglecting it. So Shankara is saying in one place, the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shastras. See, one Upanishad, Ishakena Kata Prashna Mundaka Mandukya Aitareya Chandogya Bradaranyaka Ashvata Mahanarayana, etc., etc. Another minor Upanishads, another 80 or 100 are there. This each Upanishad, the Shankara's writing, is 1,000 mothers' love put together. Visualize, imagine this. One mother's love itself is very difficult to repay in this life. But he says, 1,000 mothers' love put together is one Upanishad. Such intense passion for mankind. The rishis will leave no stone unturned till you gain moksha, till you become one with the Paramatman. Wonderful. So much love, so much care, so many stories, so many illustrations, so many commentaries. Free, become free. That's why Swami Turiyandi was so strong, so powerful. He lived the life of the sages of India. He never gave lectures. But letters he wrote. Many letters he wrote. Please read the letters of Swami Turiyananda, which is published in English as Spiritual Treasures. It's available in the bookstall, those who have not read. Telugu translation also is there. Spiritual Treasures. And in the biography of Turiyananda, we get Swamiji sent him, took him to America, did not send him, held him by the hand, says, Haribhai, you need not give lectures as I have given. I have spoken enough. But you show the people in the West how the sages of India were meditating on the Brahman, on the Atman. And Turiyanji was happy. I need not give lectures. So most of the time he spent in Shanti Ashram on the Pacific Ocean. It's called the Olima Retreat, Shanti Ashram. He built it from scratch. And one day he has come to New York, walking in the streets, fashionable city of America. And he's seeing all the people, Western people going here and there, purchasing, talking, singing, dancing, eating, smoking, all sorts of things are going on. He could not bear it. He could not bear it. Because you saw, entire mind of the people was only on their body. Sensual pleasures. Enjoying only for the mouth and for the body. How much you can eat, how much you will enjoy. Is there no limit for it? He felt so unhappy. At the same time, he became ferocious, like a lion, it mentioned, like a lion. He walked into the center of the New York street. Vehicles are coming this side, that side. Did not bother, full of Atma. And then he is shouting with upheld hands, break the cage, break the cage, break the cage, be free. You are lion, spirit's free. He's shouting in excitement, seeing the suffering people. Nobody moved. There might have been police, there might have been some other, so many people in New York street. Nobody moved. They're stunned like a scorpion bite. Few minutes. Says, why this body? The big paragraph is there. I'm just giving you hint. Be free, be free. So strong he became. Turiyananda, who always was in Turiyavastha, the highest Atman state. And after some time he moved back. So this is the Atma Balam. This is the Atma Bodha. We have to learn and share. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Do not give up study of the scriptures and sharing of the scriptures. What will you share when relatives come to your house? You give one pressure cooker. You give one cloth, you give one sweet box. Already he is having diabetes. Why are you giving a sweet box? Give him Atma Bodha. Next time he won't come. Then you are happy, you can meditate. Use some tricks so that you can be with the Atman, not with the Prapancham, which is dragging you again and again. Why Atma Bodha class? Why don't you come to Tank Band? Outside colors, the New Year party and all this is so much going on. It's like a whirlpool. So, Shankara is telling, negate the body. Think of it. Negate the body. Use the body, give the body its due. Don't pamper the body, don't be obsessed by the body, don't neglect the body also. Sharira madhyam kalu dharma sadhanam. Body is the primary means of practicing dharma. So we need a good body, healthy body. That's why yogasanas have been given. So that you will forget the body, pain of the body, diseases in the body. You can go to pranayama. And in pranayama, your indigestion, your blood pressure, your lung infection, all will be cured. So forget the other inner organs. So that you can go to pratyahara, gathering the thoughts. Little concentration, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Then pratyahara will take you to dharana. You are gaining so much over your own self, your own body. Negate the body, but take care of the body. That is important. So he says, negating the gross body, which includes the indriyas, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, pancha indriyas, that along with the indriyas, what is there? The object of the indriyas also are there. Eyes will have the forms, ears will have the sound, touch will have the object, whether it's plastic or whether it is a physical body, whether it is something else. The object of the senses, that also is weak. We need not worry about it. We begin to reduce the identification with the body. First it may become mechanical, no problem. No problem, no worry. It can be mechanical, it will be mechanical. But gradually mind will start accepting it. If you are sincere sadhaka. You will not complain about climate, you will not complain about the weather, you will not complain about any other facilities. And finally, once the mind accepts, slowly it rejects the superior mind, and it will eliminate it, thereby strengthening our spiritual progress, spiritual growth. If I am not the sthula sharira, that means if I am not the body, then who am I? Am I a non-entity? Am I a zero? Am I nobody? Physically you are just a tiny bubble. But inside is the spirit. You are the Atman. You are the Atman. The Vedic sages refuse to say that you are a body-mind complex. You are the spirit living in the body. You are not a non-entity. You are not a zero. You are the Atman. Upanishad says, I am that consciousness which illumines this dead world of matter in and around me, the absolute one, the immutable spirit that revels everywhere, which remains ever unattached. I am not the slave of prarabdha, nor the body from the standpoint of the Atman. I am different from the slave body. Body binds you to be a slave. Bandha, baddha. Slave means bonded laborer. Like the Africans were brought by the Europeans to America and made them slaves till that civil war broke out. They were slaves. Till in our own country, till 1947, slave. From 1200 AD, 700 years of slavery. Somebody was again and again hammering us. You are a slave, you are nobody. That's why Swami says, unfortunately, we lost the Shraddha, faith in ourselves, faith in our scriptures, faith in our traditions, because we have been told again and again, you are nobody. This is Swamiji's experience. He says, break that. That's how the freedom movement came. Each great freedom fighter was holding Vivekananda's book in his hand, this Gnana Yoga, in Alipur jail in Kolkata. Then the police commissioner saw everybody is having Gnana Yoga, everybody is having Colombo to Almora lectures of Swamiji, the photo of Swamiji, and they are telling Vande Mataram, etc., and going to the gallows. When the hanging rope, the thick rope, is put on their head by somebody, they said, pushed him out. Said, go, we will put ourselves. This is mala. This is a garland of mother. How did they get the courage? There is a story. There was a prisoner, revolutionary, in Alipur jail. And he was sentenced to hang and to death, because he killed a couple of police officers. Then they weighed his body. After 15 days, hang unto death. So say about 52 kilos he was. Then accordingly the rope will be designed and he will be hanged. 15 days. Then what did that revolutionary do? He started reading Vivekananda's Real Nature of Man lecture loudly. At the time their English was very good. He started reading loudly so that other prisoners will listen. It's a fact. It's a real incident. How this knowledge of the Atman can give you freedom, strength, no fear. And every day he's reading Alexander's story, sheep and the lion story. Whatever Swamiji said, they were reading loud. All were listening. It was harmless. From his room, from his prison cell he is doing, so there is no fear. Guards were there. And what happened? After 15 days, the jailer came, the police officer. They weighed the body again. 52 kilo, 15 days ago. And after reading Viveka, and keep in mind, he said, I will not eat anything. Just a little water I will take. It's my tapas before dying. So he was not eating. Just a little water occasionally and reading Gnana Yoga. Believe it or not, the story says 52 kilo man became 55 kilo. The police officer was shocked. This fellow did not eat, only water, and his weight increased. How? Atma, Atma, Atma. And then he was taken he held the book in his hand and died. That gave a suspicion to the police department. Message went to the viceroy, and then the signal was given, order was given, arrest that fellow who is behind the revolutionaries. Who? Vivekananda. Arrest that fellow. Government order. But 1902 itself Vivekananda passed away. And this was 1920. And they found he is not there. Holy Mother mentions this when she heard. She cried before Sri Ramakrishna. Good that Naren went away early. Otherwise I would not have been able to bear the pain, what they would have done to him. Holy Mother's reference is there. Good that Naren passed away early. As a mother, I would not have been able to bear. But what did they do? They did not sit quiet. They brought thousands and thousands of books, put it in Cornwallis Street and burnt it. Wonderful. But who can stop Swamiji's voice? Only physically. There is an object. It's just paper. But the message had gone inside. Nobody could stop. And that went on till 1947. Everybody was filled with the Atma Balam. That was India's freedom struggle. Azad, Azad, Azad. But later, politics and narrow-mindedness and jealousy, so thing, and said that power of the Atman, but they did not practice it. That's why we are seeing all these problems today. So, he says, I am different from the slave body, including the mind. The mind also is transitory. Mind also is changing. What was at 5 o'clock is not at 6 o'clock. But the Atman remains. Because the mind has fluctuations, tsunamis, cyclones of sattva, rajas and tamas. It's not steady. To bring that steady state theory, samatvam yoga uchyate, yoga is equanimity, yoga is balance. That's why yogasana should be done, meditation should be done. Yoga means not just physical, this one, but meditation and pranayama, etc. Yoga abhyasam should be done. Then the emotions, sattva, rajas and tamas playing havoc, will reduce. Mind will become transparent. Mind will become pure mind. And in the pure mind, pure buddhi, the Atman will shine. Shuddha man, Shuddha Atma, ek. Sri Ramakrishna says. Once the mind is pure, the buddhi is pure, the Atman reflects. So our sadhana is for purification. Not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. You are walking, you are talking, you are moving, you are working. So much can be done. This is also a great. Therefore, I am different from the mind also. So here we find a very interesting passage in the chapter called Freedom of the Soul by Swami Vivekananda. Freedom of the soul. He says, I'm just reading original because that is connected with sloka number 30 and 31. We'll get the continuity there of this. Please just listen to what Swamiji says. Whatever else comes is a mere superimposition, as the Vedanta calls it. Something has been superimposed. So the whole thing is Bhranti, superimposition. What is not true, it appears as true. That is superimposition. Snake is not there, but you are seeing a snake. Water is not there, but you are seeing water on the road. Akasha kusumavat. There is a beautiful flower in the sky. Take the flower, offer it, bring it here. It's not there. But you are seeing it. Illusion of the mind. Rabbit is having horns. Have you seen a rabbit having horns? But it is there. A silver on the beach, silver coin. You take it in the hand, it is shell. These are the Vedantic examples. Again and again you will get it when we read the Bhashyas. Rajju Sarpanyaya, Akasha Kusumavat. etc. So Swamiji says, something has been superimposed, but that divine nature never dies. In the most degraded as well as in the most saintly, it is ever present. It has to be called out, and it will work itself out. We have to ask, and it will manifest itself. How beautiful it is. We have to ask, and it will manifest itself. The people of the old knew that fire lived in flint and in dry wood, but friction was necessary to call it out. Manav prayatna, a little friction, a little effort. Tapobhi kshinapāpānām, shantānām, vitaraginām, those who are free from tapas, free from the pains, the miseries because of tapas. Kshinapāpānām. This fire of freedom and purity is the nature of every soul. What is your nature? Don't forget it. It's not your coat, it's not your sweater, it is not your name, it is not your fame, it is not your degree, it is not your bank balance, it is not your wife and children. Fire of freedom and purity is the nature of every soul, and not a quality, because qualities can be acquired and therefore can be lost. Your nature is pure, your nature is divine. It's not borrowed, it's not purchased. That faith has to be worked out. Vishwas, Vishwas, Vishwas. Shastreshu, Guruvakyeshu, Vishwasa, Shraddha. Have faith in the words of the Guru, in the scriptures. That's why Sri Ramakrishna says, faith as that much as a mustard seed is enough for you to see Mother. Mustard seed, aval. So, the soul is one with freedom, and the soul is one with existence, and the soul is one with knowledge. I read again, remember this in your mind. The soul is one with freedom, please repeat. The soul is one with existence, and the soul is one with knowledge. The Sat Chit Ananda. Existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute is the nature, the birthright of the soul, and all manifestations that we see are its expressions, dimly or brightly manifesting itself. See, what a wonderful teaching. This is modern Shankara in English. The ancient Shankara gave in Sanskritam. So, continues, Swamiji says, even death is but a manifestation of that real existence. Birth and death, life and decay, degeneration and regeneration are all manifestations of that oneness. Ekameva nadvitiyam Brahma. So, knowledge, however it manifests itself, either as ignorance or as learning, is but the manifestation of the same Chit, the essence of knowledge. The difference is only in degree and not in kind. The difference in knowledge between the lowest worm that crawls under our feet and the highest genius that the world may produce is only of degree and not of kind. Your manifestation is not different from my manifestation. An ant's manifestation is not different from the elephant's manifestation. It's only in degree. It's not different manifestation. Maybe 5%, somebody will have 10%. The Vedantin thinker boldly says that the enjoyments in this life, even the most degraded joys, are but manifestations of that one divine bliss, the essence of the soul. Sarvavyapi, Sarvatma, Sarvagnaha, Satchitananda Swarupaha. Everything that you see is the Atman manifesting in different forms. This is Swamiji's idea on freedom of the soul. Mumukshu, mukshamicha. Be free, be free, be free. And continuing with that, we go to shloka number 32 in the English book, which is the 33 in the Telugu book. Doesn't matter. One shloka we did not print in the English book. That will be taken care later. Now 32, it says, yes. Amanastvanna me dukkha ragadvesha bhayadayah aprano hyamana shubhra ityadi shruti shasanat. Amanastvanna me dukkha ragadvesha bhayadayah aprano hyamana shubhra ityadi shruti shasanat. I am free from sorrow, attachment, malice and fear, for I am other than the mind. See, amanaha, I am not, I am other than the mind. Why? Then what will happen if I am other than the mind? Raga, dosha, bhaya, dukkha will not touch me, because I am not the mind. Amanastvan name dukkha, raga, dvesha, bhaya, adayaha, etc., etc. You can add your sufferings list. No, they are only for the mind and the body. Aprano hi, amana, not even the prana. Therefore, the mind is shubhraha, pure. Shubhraha. Ityadi shruti shasanat. Thus the scriptures speak. Upanishad. Shankara's source is Upanishads. So, how do you understand this particular little explanation? Then we will disperse, take the next class. Amanastvan name dukkha raga dvesha bhayaha adayaha. Being other than the mind, again and again you have to think, I am other than the mind, I am other than the body, I am other than the panchaprana. The experience such as misery, attachment, hatred, fear, etc., they do not belong to me. Nadi kadu. The scriptures declare the self as being without prana, mind, and it's immaculate. And thus it is immaculate. Shruti shasanat. Say, stamped by the scriptures, by the sages. Modern sage, Swamiji has given that stamp. So in this verse, pranamaya and manomaya kosha are taken out. In the earlier shloka, the annamaya kosha is taken out. How many koshas we have? 5. That's why every time you chant Omkaram, personally or collectively, chant 5 times. Every time, no. One Omkara, I am not the pranamaya, annamaya kosha. Second time you chant, I am not the what? Pranamaya kosha. Third, I am not the manomaya kosha. Fourth, what? I am not the vijnanamaya kosha. 5, I am not the anandamaya kosha also. Then who am I? 0. Am I a ghost? Atman. Chidananda Rupa Shiva. When I am not all this, then fear will come. I am a ghost. No, you are not a ghost. You are the Atman. You are a star born wrong. You are born in the wrong place. In the Kundalini, Panchanga, horoscope, you see, na? This star, that star. You are a star born wrong. You are the superstar of the universe. You are born in the wrong place, that's all. And there you identified with your language, with your region, with your dress, with your food, with your friends, and say, I am. Then finally nobody will care for you. So I am free from the Pancha Pranas because they belong to Sukshma Sharira. And three Shariras are there: Sthula, Sukshma, Karana. That also is mentioned in the self-knowledge, Atma Bodha earlier. Please switch off the mobile. You are not mobile. Don't use the mobile. I am free from Pancha Pranas because they belong to Sukshma Sharira. Shubhraha, I am pure. This is the teaching we received in Shravana. Again, three things. For any knowledge you should get: traditional knowledge, scriptural knowledge, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. So in Shravana, the sages have told you, Shankaracharya has told you, Sri Ramakrishna is telling you, you are pure, you are pure, you are pure. This is the teaching we received in Shravana. So Shankara is actually quoting a sloka from Mundaka Upanishad here. Mundaka Upanishad is for renunciation. Mundana, shaving the head. So he says in the second Mundaka, Divyo hi amurtaha purushaha sa bahya byantaro hyajaha aprano hi amana subhro hi aksharat paratarparaha. Exact words he has put there. Only first line, little difference, that's all. Divyo hi amrutaha, amurtaha purushaha. That effulgent being is verily formless, existing both within and without, uncreated, without prana or mind, pure, and is beyond even the supreme imperishable. Divyaha amurtaha purushaha sa bahyaha abhyantaraha bahyabhyantaraha yajaha apranaha amanaha shubhraha aksharat parataraf paraha. Supreme than the supremest. Mahato mahiyan anoraniyan. Smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest. And here word is used parataraf paraha. So Nirguna Brahman is the Atman. So Shankara is mentioning the scriptural reference here. He is giving the proof. Yes, it is mentioned by the sages in the Mundaka Upanishad. What is the Atman? And who are you? So the body and mind are taken care of. As I said in the beginning, you are not to neglect the body, because afterwards it will trouble you. Afterwards it will trouble you if you don't take care of the body. Be careful. Finish yogasanas, sit for meditation. So that leg pain, neck pain, body pain, head pain, stomach pain, so many pains we have, 32 varieties, that will trouble you. Why suffer? Why don't you conquer your body? So the body and mind are taken care of only from what? From the Vyavaharika point of view. And I have nothing to do with them at all. Sadness, attachment, fear, misery are only of the mind. That's why you have to withdraw yourself from the workings of the world. That is called retreat. Antar Yogam. Bahir Yogam, 5 days you do, 6 days you do. Sunday, Antar Yogam you do. That is why retreats have become very famous in our country and in America also. So much of heavy weight on our head. No peace, no joy. These are the thought patterns belonging to the mind. They are all waves. Sadness will come, it will go. Behind them, one Rasagulla will come. Because it will add more calories. For anything, there is a opposite and negative. Just like the waves belong to the ocean for a few seconds only. So the sadhaka should develop Sakshi Bhava. What is Sakshi Bhava? Nididhyasana. Just hold your mind, go to a peaceful place, quiet place, where there is no much traffic or sound and nobody will disturb you, switch off your mobile phones and cut off all other talk, maunam acharinchandi, then sit quiet. Then thoughts will reduce. The rush and push of thoughts, thousands of thoughts. Just watch, Sakshi. From 1,000 it may become 900. 100 is that is a great blessing. Oh, you have reduced 100 thoughts. You are Buddha. But that should be practiced. So, what happens here in sadhana, in this nididhyasana? It is just like Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement. No, I am not going to purchase. I am not going to lend this. I am not going to think about you. Get out. Non-cooperation. So mind, this fellow called the mind, is a hallucination of terrific force and irresistible might. It is ever changing in its content and moods. I am not the mind, but I am using the mind. So this mind management, mind psychology, a little bit to understand Shankara, other aspects of the truth, we shall take it up in the next class because time is over. We have to go for Arati.